Bought it from Fleming's RV in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's a Fleetwood 38K LXE. And I've had nothing but its quality issues and water heater, electrical, some that are really stifling and they keep happening. So I'm just flustered, to say the very least. Okay, so late August, they have an annual RV show in Raleigh, North Carolina. We went looking. We actually went looking for a fifth wheel, but wound up, we really liked this Fleetwood. It was really nice setup. So we put in the paperwork and got that rig. So I couldn't pick it up right away. So we were going out of town for 2 weeks. So I let them know that it would be 2 weeks before we could pick it up. Could you please go through it with a fine-tooth comb and make sure everything's ready when we get there? So 2 weeks rolls around, we go to pick it up, and when we took it out to do the walk around and then to show us how to use things, there was a couple of issues already. So we had already booked a vacation, planning on having the rig. So we used it. We went ahead and used it the way it was. No, it wasn't. I take that back. I didn't have hot water and my jacks weren't working correctly. The leveling jacks. I told them I had to have those two things. So we left it with them another week, and it was like, okay, I have to pick it up. I will bring it back to you when I'm finished. This was mid-October. So we went on our trip, no hot water. So, but the jacks did work. And anyway, by the time we got back, I took it up there. Now that was.
Let me read it.
Okay.
On our way to that trip, the window.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. So on the way north, we were going up to New York. The glass in the very back in the master bathroom blew out. Just blew out. Nothing hit it. Nothing. We don't know why. I'm assuming it was heat expansion between the glass and the. So anyway, that blew out, and so yeah, we had to do that when we went up there. Now we're come back. We were up there for a week, no hot water. When we came back, we took it straight back to Fleming's. So they had it until from middle of October, a little bit, maybe a few days more, until when did we pick it up? March. So when we took it in there, of course, while we were up there for that week, I was going through it the whole time, going through, making sure what worked, what didn't. Well, there was a bunch of poor quality in the carpet and the railings up at the top. So we brought it back. We went through it. They went through it and came back with 5 pages of things that needed to be fixed. Now, I've been heavy equipment mechanic for 45 years, so I understand parts delay and, you know, and all of this, but the quality of the repairs, and I took it out in March because we had booked, but things weren't done, weren't finished. So I took it back, and that's when we picked it up again. They told me it was all done. That's when I discovered the brownouts on my electrical, and which I'm still having to this day. So anyway, they had it for another 2 or 3 weeks, and according to them, they replaced everything from the shore to the control panel and the breaker box. Well, I kept having brownouts after they did all that, so I took it back up there. I mean, you saw the pages that I sent in. I mean, I have like 12 pages of stuff. But what they do is that if they bring it in today, and then they're waiting on parts, they take it out that afternoon, and then they sign it out as if I'd picked it up. So the numbers doesn't reflect how long they had it. So anyway, we picked back up after they did all the electrical. It's, oh, well, we replaced everything but the panel on the wall. Well, that's where I'm having my problems. I'm showing 114 volts. I got a picture of it that I took. I'm sorry. So anyway, then after this, I kept calling them and fussing. This is what I found out today. This was today's, I don't know if you can read that. So that's my biggest issue. And, you know, when we took it out this last time, I discovered some of the pins up in the dash where the plastic and the leather come together, or pleather, had been popping out. So they fixed those. Well, supposedly, because they're now back up. So I took my own, I've had to do some of my own work. As far as the electrical issue, they told me they couldn't duplicate the brownouts. I took it home, troubleshot it, found the issue, and took it back to them. Now, I shouldn't have to be doing my own electrical troubleshooting. I don't mind doing it, but not while it's in warranty. I mean, I paid a lot of money for this rig. So I've got 2 or 3 other issues in there right now. And yeah, the window on the passenger side where my wife sits, that little flap out window, that thing has come off the metal frame that holds the glass, and it's flopping like this. So I've glued that back, you know, until we can get it replaced, because I didn't want the wind taking it off. Okay, the glass, the panel back in the master bathroom's falling off. Those screws have started coming back up, and I still need that panel fixed. I need to be able to look at it and see 120 volts, you know, everything, how much it's drawing. You know, that's the main reason of having it, you know, to make sure you have the right power that you need. And so I called them. We're going to take it back. Hold on.
The hot water still isn't
right. The hot water's still not right. The cushion that goes over the table when you let down the like the eating table to make it a bed. That cushion, they've got the straps where you buckle it under. They've got those on backwards.
So it don't even work.
So it doesn't even work. So we can throw it up there and use it, but it keeps sliding off. It's just been a nightmare. Now, Rev, her name was Trish, did call me and say, well, hey, we'd like, after this consumer thing I wrote up and the pictures, and they finally called me and said, okay, look, can you bring it up here? Well, sure. Are you going to pay for the fuel? And I haven't heard anything from them since. She said she checked into it, but I haven't heard anything. I talked to her on June the 12th. I haven't heard anything since then from anybody. Clemens won't return my call, and I haven't heard, I'm trying. This isn't cheap. We don't have this money to throw away. We bought it for our retirement. Gail hadn't quite retired yet. She's got a few more years, but that'll get it paid down between now and the time she retires. But I paid as much for that as I did for my 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-acre land in Granville County, another county over. I mean, this rig is not cheap. We sold our house to my daughter, keep it in the family. But when we sold our house, that's what opened up. We began renting from family. So the rent's not really high. So we basically got another mortgage payment though. And I can go buy a $50,000 car and drive it. I've got one out there now. It's 10 years old. Bought it brand new. It's never been in the shop. I'd eat off the engine. There's no oil leaks. There's no nothing. But I buy a $200,000 rig, and it's been a nightmare. When my wife gets to the point that she looks at me and tells me that she's regretting even buying the thing, it may not be a lot of money to them, but it's a heck of a lot of money to us. So I just, I either want my money back or I want it fixed. Now, the reason I asked them to pay for fuel was because I've already wasted a full 100 gallons of fuel just taking it back and forth to Plymouth. Them telling me it's fixed, it's not fixed. I take it back up there, and I'm not happy, so they're not happy, I'm one of them ones that's like, I don't beat around the bush, right or wrong. I don't beat around the bush. It's like, I'm going to tell you how it is, how I feel, there may have been a time or two I even raised my voice. But, I'm playing with $250,000 and they act like, well, what are you upset about? So I feel really, I'm going to leave it at that. I feel really, really stressed over this whole ordeal. Now, if I hadn't have spent $350 filling it up and taking it back and forth to the dealership, using an entire tank full, not each time, but over the course of all this happening, I don't want, at this point, I think they should be waiting on me. I shouldn't be waiting on them, because my warranty runs out in 2 months. So I've been dealing with this for 9 since last September. I've been dealing with this, and we're just not happy. So I don't know what else to do. and be nice about it. You know, I don't know. I've had a couple people tell me I should get an attorney and do the lemon law thing. I don't know. I either want my money back or I want a rig that works. You know, we didn't buy the cheapest and we didn't buy the most expensive, because those things can get upwards of $500,000. So we're right in the middle. And that's a lot of money to us. We don't have that kind of money to throw away. We have that kind of money that we can retire with and enjoy our retirement, because we don't want to sit at home. But you know, this right here, it's almost, I'm not worried about the Cummins engine breaking down or anything like that. But you know, if I can't have hot water, I can't dry camp. If I can't, you know, if I'm not reading the right voltage, I can't dry camp. I'm not reading the right voltage when I pull into a campsite and plug in. You know, and that's important to be able to follow this. And you know, I keep, because I've been a mechanic for 45 years, a diesel mechanic. It's very important to me to know what all the gauges are saying, and you know, that's how I keep my maintenance up. That's how, you know, I can jump on something before it gets too out of control. You know, and I'm, like I said, I'm just flustered. I don't know what else to do. Since Clemens isn't answering my phone calls or calling me back, I'll put it that way. They'll put me through and I'll leave a message. So Clemens isn't calling me back. And now I've been sitting on ice for over a month and nobody's even got back to me and say, okay, I don't care if it's 2 months. You get back to me and say, okay, you can bring it in end of August, or, you know, I want them to touch base with me in between, just let me know that they still care about me and my wife. And, you know, it's, I don't know. That's all I got to say. I'm flustered. Everybody's not perfect. I know that. But you need to fix what isn't perfect. And when I take it up there and they tell me they can't find my problem or they can't duplicate it, I take it home and I troubleshoot it and find where it ends, where the correct power ends. I'm doing their job. It's not right, and I resent Clemens now. I had a really good. He got a really good rating, and you know, but now I resent that we can't. Nobody's calling me. Nobody's letting me know anything. And like I said, my warranty runs out September the 17th. You know, so that's just a little over 6-7 weeks. And I'm in limbo, and I shouldn't be. Somebody should have been at least touching base with me every 2 or 3 weeks, I would think, at minimum. Hey, we ain't forgot you. I don't know. What now? Okay, so Trish called me from Rev. They wanted me to bring it up there. I'm more than willing to bring it up there and let them fix it. I didn't buy it to give it back. But
so yeah, they need to pay for our fuel to go up there and back.
Yeah, and they said they had a place I could camp right there. They have an on-site camping. They said they'd give it back to me each evening to camp. But what'd you say? You want them to the fuel
and to fix everything.
Yeah, and to fix everything, or I wouldn't mind getting reimbursed and having my warranty extended. And I wouldn't mind getting all the money that I've spent taking it up and down and all the inconvenience of not having hot water.
But truly in the end, we want it fixed. And like I said, if we have to take it to Indiana, wherever it is, they need to pay for the fuel. That shouldn't be our responsibility when their dealer here can't fix it.
Apparently can't fix it. I don't know, but if they can't do all this, at least keep me in the loop every couple of weeks, something. I'd just soon get my money back because I can go buy another one. I can buy another brand. Plemons has a lifetime warranty on the appliances, which is air conditioners, all of that, which is one of the main reasons we purchased it from them. Because so long as I take it in every year and they can check all the stuff is right, all the appliances, the refrigerator, the air conditioning, all that, they can catch whatever problem might come up. It's a lifetime warranty. So that's what hooked us. But if it's a lifetime warranty, and so I've had it, we bought it in September, so we've been paying on it for maybe 10 months. And I've used it, I just went over 3,000 miles, I think. So, I'm not buying, I didn't buy it to set it at the house. So that's where we're at. My solution would be reimburse me and I'll bring it up there and they can fix it. Because I didn't buy it to get my money back. I bought it for us to enjoy. But I want minimum extended warranty, and my doggone time and frustration. I think they shouldn't have any problem, $1,000. I mean, and that's a low number, but it's something, it's some kind of, we're really sorry here. And I want an apology. So they either give me my money back or fix it and, reimburse us. I wouldn't mind, and extending the warranty. So that's the solution I'd like to it, because I really don't want to give it back. It is a beautiful coach, and it rides really nice.